counterpart on the globe. George W. Bush administration had a tough second term in a lot of ways. But one of the ways in which they had a tough second term is that they had a super rocky relationship with China, including a lot of unforced errors on the part of the United States. So in 2005, they were trying to kind of recast that important relationship with China. They were trying to work out some of our worst disagreements with China. And the George W. Bush White House invited the Chinese president at the time, Hu Jintao, to come visit the White House. And again, this is just one of those times in life when it was clear this might not work. I mean, it was at least clear it was going to be very tense from the beginning. I think it was maybe even clear from the beginning that it was going to go badly. I mean, in the first instance, the Chinese wanted Hu Jintao to be given the full state visit treatment. If he was going to come to the White House, he should get a state visit. George W. Bush administration said, no, it won't be a state visit. It will just be an official visit, which is one big rung down the ladder in terms of protocol and pomp and circumstance. The Chinese wanted Hu Jintao to have a state dinner at the White House. George W. Bush White House said, nope, we want you to come, but we're not willing to give you dinner. How about lunch? Then an even bigger problem. Hurricane Katrina blew ashore in the Gulf Coast and devastated the great American city of New Orleans. And the Bush administration, of course, disastrously botched the response to that hurricane. Hu Jintao's visit had initially been scheduled for the week after New Orleans had almost been wiped off the map. So that, of course, would not be an auspicious time for that delicate and important and complex visit. The whole thing had to be called off at the very last minute because of Katrina. It got postponed until months later. It was finally April of 2006 when they were at last able to do this difficult thing. It did turn out to be a nice day at the White House. Hu Jintao got his 21-gun salute on the White House South Lawn. They brought out the colonial fife and drum corps, which is always a cool thing to see in the colonial fife and drum corps outfits. But quickly thereafter, things started to go off the rails a little bit. You can tell that in part because even today, the archive AP video footage summing up how that visit went that day at the White House in 2006 is slugged with this title: Announcer misnames China, protester ejected, Bush pulls Hu's jacket. That's not me naming it. That's like how it's named in the AP archives. And it is true, in very quick succession, all in that one day, all in that one ceremony, all of those bad things happened. Start with the first little point of light there. Start with announcer misnames China.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Republic of China, followed by the national anthem of the United States of America.
National anthem of the Republic of China. Sounds like he's almost right? But he's missing a very important word. He should have been introducing the People's Republic of China, which is the official name for what we shorthand as China. If you drop the People's and you just say Republic of China, technically what that means you are introducing is the national anthem of Taiwan. So on this very fraught, very delicate, very sensitive occasion, the White House announcer is announcing that the president of China would stand there while we played the national anthem of Taiwan, because that's what the Republic of China is if you don't say People's Republic of China. And, that may not have been a seemingly important point for the George W. Bush White House, but that's a really sensitive subject for China. So that was a, tough way to start. Here he is, the president of Taiwan. Oh, God, not Taiwan. Also, what was the other strange thing the AP put in the headline? Oh, yes, a Bush pulls Hu's jacket. That actually happened, too. That was this moment. The two leaders shake hands. They stand there for a brief moment side by side. Hu Jintao sort of moves to perambulate off the stage. It's less of a pull. It's more like a yank. But George W. Bush actually reaches out and pinches the arm of his jacket and yanks him back. Can we play that one more time? And Hu Jintao looks at him like, really? You're really going to pull? Really? You're pulling me back by my... Okay. I mean, again, this was already kind of a fraught occasion. It's a lot of protocol concerns, right? The Chinese were asking for a lot more visual displays of respect than they were getting. A lot of focus on the Chinese side in particular, on getting the visuals just right, making sure everybody knew that appropriate respect was being paid to their president. So that's not awesome to have the U.S. president reaching out and yanking back the Chinese president by his jacket elbow, even if Hu was about to walk off the stage in the wrong direction in that moment.